biomes are associations of biotic and abiotic factors throughout the earth that make up a specific ecosystem. And they range from things like polar environment, tropical forests and deserts, and even the forest that's right around us here, the temperate forest. It's the unique combinations of life and environment that create these special biomes that are sensitive to climate change. Over time, animals have become adapted to living in certain environments, and so there's a synergy, there's an interaction between plants and animals and their environment that fosters their growth. So you have survival of the fittest within a certain environment. And if that environment changes, sometimes the ones that are most adaptable will survive. What controls them are primarily temperature and moisture, but also the rock type, which creates soils that the plants and then the animals interact with. Global forests are sort of the lungs of the earth, and they're breathing for us. They take in carbon dioxide and fix it, and then they expel carbon dioxide at night. And these are super important for us to have oxygen. They're creating oxygen for us to breathe. Our soils in the forest ecosystems also have a lot of carbon that they store. We have the tremendous Amazon River that is in South America that gives a lot of fresh water to that environment, and it actually creates its own moisture source for the forest. A lot of water for people that live, say, in the Himalayas or in the Andes, and that's fostered because of the montane environment and the glaciers that form in that environment. We have great ice cores that we can analyze and tell us exactly what the climate was like in the past through things called isotopes or even dust or volcanic ash. And then if you go to temperate environments or boreal forests or tundra, you can take sediment cores from permafrost areas or from bogs and wetlands that have recorded the changes in the climate through pollen and seeds over long periods of time. And then in the ocean, you have long ocean cores that go back the longest of all, millions of years. And you can see through the animal remains, you can see how temperature has varied over time. The sources and sinks of carbon are changing. As the ice sheets go back and forth, they cover up or erode carbon into the sea. And then as the ice melts, you have a whole new landscape reforested that stores carbon. The Earth's mountains are eroding. And as the ocean changes temperature, it's taking up carbon and releasing carbon too. So all the ecosystems are changing on the long time scale. The thing is, we know that there have always been changes on slower time scales. We know that, and our biomes have expanded and contracted. But today what's happening with warming is that we're also affecting the earth in many different ways as humans that make it hard for ecosystems to respond. Animals that migrate now don't have the migration paths that they used to because of all the development in many, many different areas. And we're changing the temperature so rapidly that trees like maples may be squeezed northward, and New England won't be known anymore for its maple syrup and beautiful leaf coloration changes in the fall. So humans are changing ecosystems at an enormous rate, and that's what's different today.